I know with these videos I'm going to lose so many subscribers. In the last videos I was talking about why the spiritual community moves to the wrong direction. And I'm so grateful and happy for all of your comments. I'm very, very grateful. I still have a flu. That's why you don't see me post videos for real. I need to recover from that. It was a heavy influenza. I think I had it as well, but I'm slowly recovering. And why is it so that the good-hearted ones always have to justify and prove themselves they have amazing gifts? In the last videos, I was explaining to you that many spiritual gurus and teachers, sorry for my language, are fucking liars, fucking narcissists. And I don't mean it judgmental, but people want the truth now. This is God's plan, so to speak. So many of you are slowly disappointed because always when you trusted in someone, you got disappointed again. And you saw that they became richer and richer and richer. They took people money out of their pockets. Then you see them growing. I mean, I'm happy for them. They're successful and they earn much money, but it's based on lies. And I can tell you that because I'm in that community for over 10 years now. You know, I'm an Arcturian Starseed, I'm clairvoyant. I know many people still think I'm just AI. I did a video about that and I showed to you I'm not AI. I have a YouTube channel called Akura. I created that channel in 2021. And when you scroll down these videos on YouTube, you see I did videos with my webcam, with no makeup as well. So I'm a very real person. I'm not just AI. So I'm wondering why people think that I'm just AI. I'm really surprised, but it's okay. So, and I was talking about that phenomenon in that community, and I also met many people in private, many of the Starseeds and spiritual teachers, and I can tell you something, 99% of them are not the way they are on social media. And to be honest, almost every time I was shocked. Very, very shocked to see how they treat me in private. And it was not just my mirror. They have to act that way because of me. Do you know that this is a very toxic mindset? You know, we always defend narcissists and toxic people with that. Because they just react onto my frequency and I have the power changing them. No, because every person is responsible for their own actions. You know, every person is responsible for their own behavior. And you as a starseed, as a highly empathetic person, you have high standards. You know, you want justice, you want peace, you want truth, you want real connections, you want soul connections, and not just blah, blah, blah. You know, you dive deep, you want realness, you want authenticity. But many people in the world, they don't want that. They simply can't. They don't want these real soul connections. But in that spiritual community, they say, yeah, we want real soul connections, love and light. But is this even real? And I can tell you something, most of them know. It's just about money. Money and status, not more. Yeah, I want food, I want a luxury house, and I'm not against money. So I like money. So that's another thing that many people think money is evil. Yes, for sure, you are allowed earning money with your service. For sure. Because the real ones, the good-hearted ones, they always struggle with money. And they gave everything away for free. So you do the opposite of a narcissist. A narcissist is always thinking about himself. Yeah, I want money. I want status, right? I want to be seen. I want to be worshipped as a master, as a guru. This is fake leadership. And especially in that community. I mean, I don't want to judge that, but see, there are so many gurus. Many of them are male gurus, maybe you noticed, the biggest gurus in the world. And they can do whatever they want. It's like the people worship them as gods, as saviors, as heroes. And they give them the last t-shirt. You know, the last clothing they would give the guru. And we continue with exact the same thing. That hijack, that old system. We know that the patriarchy took over. And when we look back to the ancient times, even in Egypt, in the ancient times, they still remembered. But even Egypt was not pure any longer. We know that. So when you dive deeper into the cosmic history, you will see that even ancient Egypt was, it was not, it was. Even Atlantis, Lemuria. Lemuria was a very advanced civilization, and they lived, you can say, the matriarchy, which means they worshipped the ancient divine feminine. And Sophia, they lived once, the matriarchy. Sinead O'Connor, I published that interview on my Instagram, maybe you saw it. She explained to us the difference between the patriarchy and the matriarchy. Sinead O'Connor was really far beyond her time, guys. In that interview, she explains why the energy is feminine. The cosmos feels feminine. Watch that interview again. She had hair. Yeah, longer hair. Watch that interview. This is really Sinead O'Connor. She knew about Sophia. Why do you think they made her life hell here? And then she exposed the Vatican. In the 90s, she was so brave, and after that, they made her life hell. Of Sinead O'Connor. She was really far beyond her time, and she knew about the matriarchy and about the divine feminine energy. Watch it yourself. You will be surprised. She was really far beyond her time, but see, it was always the good-hearted ones, as Sinead O'Connor. They suffered unbearable pain. Yeah, and they were successful. Yes, they had money, but they suffered anyway. Look at Michael Jackson, how much he has suffered. The same. He had a big dream and he worked so hard for his goals. 24/7. He just worked and he trained and he had new dance moves. So he had a big dream, a big vision, and he was successful. The whole world knows him. The people loved him until they tried to destroy him as well and tell him he was a pedo and he's touching children. You know what I mean? Almost. And I never believed this, but that's another subject. And yes, Michael Jackson is really dead. I know the QAnon still believe he's still here. Princess Diana is still here. She's the secret wife of Trump, Princess Diana, and she has a son with Trump. It's Baron Trump. It's the son of Trump and Princess Diana. This is not true, guys. I'm sorry. So I asked many times, I'm sorry, this is really fake news. There's so much infiltration in that community. And when you really open your heart, you will feel, no, these VIPs are really gone. Michael Jackson returned home. Princess Diana returned home. DJ Avicii returned home. So these were all light warriors. They exposed the darkness. They were so brave. They did. Sinead O'Connor returned home. She's really gone. It's very important. And why is it always so? The good ones, they have to prove they have gifts. Because the world cannot discern. They show to us in movies the truth, letting us believe it's just fantasy. I remind you of some movies. I know it's Disney, but we know what Disney is. When you are woke and you studied the rabbit hole, you will be shocked what it is, okay? But there is a movie called The Sword in a Stone. Do you know this one from Disney? With King Arthur and the wizard Merlin. It was a great one. I loved that movie, I remember. But see, they are all mocking King Arthur. And he's the real king. He's a boy, and yes, he's not well organized, and he's daydreaming 24/7. And then he has Merlin as a guide, and Merlin guides King Arthur. But see, they are all mocking him. Nobody believes he's the true king. He's no soldier. Oh gosh, now he tries to put the sword out of the stone. The legendary sword, King Arthur, right? Nobody believes in him. They are all mocking him. So, and he is the true king. And he has a good heart. They showed to us the truth and see how much he has suffered. And this is you, Starseed. This is you, chosen one. I know it sounds so crazy what I say, but you are the character King Arthur in Disney. So almost nobody believes you. That's why even when you try so hard, you justify, you prove, hey, I have talents, I have gifts, the people still mock you. And they don't see your worth.
All right, boy. Let's have the miracle. Wait a minute. Anyone can pull it once it's been pulled.
You...
Go to it, Kay. Give it all you got. Put your into it.
She might say... One side.
Hold on, that's not fair.
I say we let the boy try it.
That's what I say. Give the boy a chance.
Go ahead, son.
It's a miracle, ordained by heaven. This boy is our king.
Well, by Jove.
What's the lad's name?
What? Oh, I mean Arthur.
Hail, King Arthur!
Hail, King Arthur! Long live the king!
I can't believe it.
Oh, forgive me, son. Forgive me.
Oh, please don't, sir.
Kay, bow down to your king.
This is part number 2 now, and I know I'm going to lose so many followers with these videos. As I explained in part number 1, I'm in that community for over 10 years, be it the German, be it the English community. I could expose so many of the so-called spiritual teachers, and I know how they act and who they really are in private. And to be honest, 99% of them are fucking liars. I'm in shock, guys. Just a few. They really have good hearts, and I know they are very real. And ta-da, they are on the extreme attack also. And these are the good-hearted ones. And you see in their eyes, just when you hear their voices, they mean it really good with you. No, and I will not expose. Please don't send me DMs and ask me, can I trust her, can I trust him? I'm not a fan of exposing spiritual teachers in public. My opinion, this is weak marketing as well. Sorry. Even when there are some people saying, but I have to expose it, somebody has to say it, I have to warn them of this channeler, he's just a fraud, he's a scam. Please be careful with this. You know, even when you have that intention, I want to help my sisters and brothers, I know he's a scam or she's a scam, however, my opinion, don't do that. Don't do that. I mean it serious. Here in Germany, we have many laws. I don't know about your country, but here in Germany, it's not good when you do this. I just say, I don't want to scare you, okay? It has to do with some laws we have here. So, and another thing is, when people do that for marketing, clickbait, and now I expose him as a liar, just for clickbait, sorry, this is the weakest marketing. And this is the marketing we know from the system. It's like I watch some TV spots and they try to tell me that this brand is the best and the competition is worse. Right? I just watch some TV spots and they destroy each other on TV. And now I have to decide which one is best. You know, it's exactly the same marketing. It's, my opinion, one of the weakest marketing techniques, exposing people in public with the aim, I want clicks. Just my opinion. And this is why that spiritual community really moves to the wrong direction. And in the first part, I was talking about a movie, The Sword in a Stone, because they showed us the truth in movies. And we know now it's Disney, okay? Even this. But dive deeper, guys. They showed to us the truth in plain sight. So why is it always so that the good-hearted ones have to prove themselves? Why is nobody trusting them? They have talents, they have gifts. Because we grew up in a super narcissistic world, and many people still react onto these triggers, that narcissistic false light bullshit. And I can tell you, many of them are really fucking liars. And believe me, they know what they do. They know exactly what they do. They know it, and they simply don't care, because private is just about money and status. So when I see people dancing naked, right? Naked and just showing their asses and their butts. Oversexualizing, right? So much. And in return saying, hey, I'm an Arcturian starseed. I just teeter this. Has nothing to do with being an Arcturian starseed. Sorry, I'm an Arcturian starseed. And I have to justify myself I'm one because some people think I'm just AI. I'm even not real. Yeah, I'm a real person. I'm sitting here, I still have a flu. So I'm still recovering. That's why I don't post for real at the moment. I'm sorry. But when I see these video clips, these over-sexualizing videos, dancing naked women kissing each other and just showing their asses and saying, hey, I'm an Arcturian starseed, I can't take that seriously. I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with being an Arcturian starseed. This is just over-sexualizing. And this is the triggers I'm talking about. Sex sells. Why do you think Michael Jackson did this? You know this. Michael Jackson is really dead. But I always saw him as my brother because he knew sex sells. He just did it to trigger the masses to get his attention. And I always asked myself as I saw him on stage doing that dance, I was always asking myself, why is he doing this? This is not him. This is not Michael. So maybe you see what I see. Because it was said he was asexual. Discern with your heart. So as I saw him doing this move, I always felt this is not Michael. He just did it because he knew he would get attention. Because sex sells. He knew that the world we live in is over-sexualized. It's too much. It's literally too much. He knew that. This is why he did this. I downloaded. So, and the more that toxic marketing we practice, even in that so-called spiritual community, which is familiar from the system, the more money you earn. Guys, we really have to overcome that now. And I mean it serious. Yes, I'm an Arcturian. And I never wanted to be seen as a guru. Never. And let's be honest, my marketing was simply wrong. I created that page in 2021. I was brave and I returned. Because they wiped out all of my channels in 2021. I had so many channels before and I know who's watching me. I know who is attacking me. And they mean it serious. So this is not fun when they attack you 24/7. And they do with me. All the time they do. And it's a nightmare many times, to be honest. So, and I have to deal with it my own. And that's okay. So, and I know these attacks can be cruel and awful. Nah, and I did not manifest it myself. It's the opposite. These so-called targeted individuals, they have something you really need now. They have something. It's very important now, sisters and brothers. Think the other way around. And in movies like The Sword in the Stone with King Arthur, they show to us the truth. Almost nobody believes King Arthur has the power taking the sword out of the stone. The legendary sword, King Arthur, the young man, the young boy with the blonde hair, he has Merlin on his side and Merlin is protecting him. Do you know this movie? They are all mocking him. His father is mocking him. They are all mocking him. He's always the black sheep, right? Nobody believes in him, but it's so obvious it's him. It's so obvious he's the true king. It's so obvious he has a good heart and he can lead the people with his heart, right? It's him. Nobody believes him. They are all laughing and mocking him. And this is you, chosen one. You're like King Arthur. In the movie The Sword in a Stone, this is you. You are Aladdin. In Disney's Aladdin, they show to us the same. Aladdin is so pure, but he has a good heart. And he is able entering the secret portal and he's working with the jinn. So it's him. Aladdin has the power controlling the wonder lamp, and not Jafar, not the other false prophets. It's Aladdin. But the people are all fighting him, they are all mocking him because he's pure, right? Aladdin is the real prince, he's the real king. And this is your chosen one as Aladdin. So they show to us in movies, and now we are wondering, why is it so in that community that always the fucking liars like Jafar, okay, I give you that example, is ruling and is successful, and they worship Jafar. And you are Aladdin and you sit here, I really want to help. Why don't the people see me? Because you deserve money as well. You deserve it to be rich, chosen one. But why is it so? You have to prove yourself so much more than the rest. Because people are familiar with narcissistic fake marketing. And they just trigger the people. And these are just empty words. Most just are really after money. And just want status and money. And they're not interested in your growth. And now God's plan is for us, for you to see this. Why do you think there's so much disclosure now happening? Because it's God's plan. Number 3, this is the last and the third part now, and I'm going to talk about that. In the second part, I was talking about the movie, The Sword in a Stone. They show to us the truth in plain sight. Why is it so the good-hearted ones have to prove themselves so much more than the rest? In other words, the empaths. The narcissists, primarily, they are successful. Because there is no shame, there is no guilt. They don't care about their actions. They don't care. They practice perfect marketing, and it looks like these are real leaders. And they really mean it good. But when you look into their face, when you scan their eyes, their aura, you see they are just after money and status. They don't care about you. So many of these people, they got hurted so many times from childhood on. And now they say, because people hurted me so many times, so now I hurt them as well. You know, this is what many people do when they got abused from childhood on. They said, look, I got abused from childhood on. People mocked me at school. The world is evil. Now I'm evil myself. And I simply don't care, and I hurt the people as well now. And please don't do this. You really hurt yourself. You hurt yourself, and you're not here in your heart any longer. So you really lose energy from within because you don't see the good any longer. You need to see the good in the world because they're awesome. They mean it very good with you. And every cent is worth it in supporting them, really, because your life would change. But I was noticing something, many people prefer drama. They prefer drama, and it's really over and over the same. They lose almost everything, all the money they had. They made that spiritual guru richer and richer and richer, and it's so obvious this person is just about money and status and is lying by purpose, and they know that they lie. And they're just making fun of you from behind the scenes, right? Ah ha ha ha, now I lied to them again. They earned so much money. And believe me, they have connections. And when they work with crypto then, and multiply their money, so then they simply don't care. You see, it's over and over the same. And I saw many of these teachers simply disappearing and leaving social media when they have enough money. Now they are gone. Huh? Where are they now? Yeah, because they're super rich now. And let's be honest, we cannot continue with the old world. So look, so many of these gurus in the Eastern culture as well, they can do whatever they want, and that people worship them as coming gods. And they alone deserve so much money and gold that the normal citizens, they suffer. And this is the guru complex. Why are we doing that? The whole world is based on this. Because we are deeply traumatized, that's it. So there are so amazing professors in Germany. I highly recommend someone to you if you really want to know what they do with our brains from childhood on. It's shocking. His name is Professor Dr. Gerald Hüther. His screenshots attached. but these speeches are in German, I think. That he explained to us what the system does with the brains of children. When we force children going to school, when we force children sitting on a chair, when we force children learning against the will, do you know that the same areas in the brain are active as when we hit a child? When we hit children, it's the same area in the brain. And now, children are forced sitting on a chair, 7 hours long. They're not allowed exploring life, jumping and dancing, questioning nothing. The education system. You know what I mean. And now we are wondering, why are we so deeply traumatized? And we have no idea who we are. And we still search for a teacher. Because we were not allowed asking questions, we were forced sitting on a chair. Right? And Dr. Gerald Hüther explained in his speeches, he was studying so many brains of children. He's really fighting for the children. He's a very good one. He's not a conspiracy theorist. He's a good-hearted person. Really, he is. I'm deeply inspired by his speeches and by his knowledge. As I said, he's German. But he explained it's really the same areas in the brain as when we abuse a child. It is really exact the same. Look what we have done. So, what did happen to us? And now we are wondering, why can't we discern? Why can't we see this? So, and you, chosen one, and you're not better than the rest. In fact, you suffer most here because you are like King Arthur in the movie A Sword in a Stone. And they all mock King Arthur. You are Aladdin from Disney's Aladdin. It's you. So you are the real king. You are the true prince. You have the good heart. But see how Aladdin suffers. They all mock him. He's pure. He's just fighting every day. And Jafar, he is the snake. He's the psychopath, you know. This is Jafar. He's a typical example of a psychopath. There is no shame, there is no guilt. They just want money, status, and the people fall for them. See, even the king is falling for Jafar, and he still believes he's good. But he's not Jafar. You see, they show to us in movies. Another Disney movie, this is a crazy movie and it's so scary, and I know that's all Disney now, but they really show to us in movies. The movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame with Quasimodo. So the people are all mocking Quasimodo because he is ugly. But in fact, he's the real hero. It's Quasimodo. Right? And he is the guy, he's the hero, and he really means good with the people, and he just wants to be free and he wants to be happy, but they all mock him. And who is the real monster? It's Frollo, the emperor. He's a psychopath. Frollo is a psychopath, 100%. And these are the people that are in control. Yeah, they show to us in movies. Or do you know Paul Potts? Paul Potts, Britain's Got Talent, he won the first show. Do you remember him? An opera singer. Do you remember how they were all mocking him as he appeared on stage? They all mocked him. Oh gosh, he's ugly, his teeth, he wants to sing, he cannot sing for sure. Look, he's so fat. And he was so humble. You know, he just sold his cell phones, I think. And he just worked in the store, and all he said was, I want to be an opera singer. You know, very humble. And they all mistrusted him. And he had to prove and justify he can sing. And then he opened his mouth and he started to sing, and the audience was just in shock. How is it possible? How can Paul Potts sing like this? He's so ugly. Oh my gosh, his voice. And then he won. And in that show, you can see that fake world we live in. Right? Standing ovations. All of a sudden, whoa! Applause. But first they were all mocking him. They were mocking him. Oh, he's disgusting as fuck. When he would like Brad Pitt, Paul Potts, give you that example, he would have the same face as Brad Pitt. Do you think they would mock him that way? No. Never. They would all say, oh gosh, he is so handsome, for sure he can sing. This is the world we live in, guys. And now you are wondering, you as a chosen one, as a real starseed with good intentions, Why do you have to prove yourself so much more than the rest? Because that toxic fake marketing still works for the people. It still runs. And I know how it works, that toxic fake marketing. But believe me, as a highly empathetic person, your heart just hurts. It is against your will. It's against your nature. It's against your heart. It's against your soul. That is why I encourage you, just show your authenticity, because the right ones will be there for you. Really, people have to go through this by themselves. And it's really over and over the same phenomenon, over and over the same. These narcissistic fucking liars are always successful. And because they do perfect marketing, professional videos, it all looks so perfect, the website looks perfect, everything just professional, people don't have that idea. And the good ones you already see, even when they are successful, the good-hearted ones, they have to fight very much. Much more than others. Because you just see they have good hearts. And many people are really scared for honesty and truth. But the thing is, we are waking up now. And more people understand their worth. Goodbye.